History on the world's oldest underground railway. London's Tube began 24-hour weekend operation.
You can feel the buzz around here already tonight, and yeah, we're excited about it, London's excited about it, and I think this will just grow and grow and grow.
Dubbed the Night Tube, the new service has long been a dream in a city that loves to stay up late. Shift workers could be the biggest beneficiaries, but officials hope it will also encourage more people to head to restaurants, bars and theatres.
This is wonderful, it makes it a lot easier, you feel a lot safer too.
I think London was long expecting it, to be honest.
I rather my drunk friends to get on a tube home safely. They'll be walking around the streets.
The Night Tube started with trains every 10 minutes on just 2 lines, with 3 other lines due to follow later this year. Getting here hasn't been easy. The Night Tube was first announced in 2013 and was supposed to start in September last year, but the launch was delayed as management struggled to negotiate a deal with unions.
The first Night Tube service.
Transport for London predicts 200,000 people will use the new rail service every weekend, but some of them may wish they'd caught an earlier train.
All hail to Night Tube.
In London, Andrew Lund, 9 News.
See, the best feature of this room is the amazing windows and view. Yes, we are on the 39th floor of Europe's tallest building, directly across from 2 of London's greatest landmarks, Tower Bridge and the Tower of London, right there at our feet. So we're right here along the Thames, and over here we have City of London with some of the iconic skyscrapers, the walkie-talkie in the front, what's known as the cheese grater behind it sticking up, and of course to the right, the gherkin. And we just have amazing views of London, and you can see the countryside surrounding London as well. If we look down the Thames there, that's the Canary Wharf area, those buildings and skyscrapers down there. And continue showing you the view over here. From the bed, we have another great view of some of London's most iconic skyscrapers. Again, we're at the Shangri-La, London at the Shard, and just do a little room tour here. Big, comfortable bed. I like how the Shangri-La has its own water for you. This is replenished every day. We also have a Nespresso coffee machine with water that is again replenished every day, along with Nespresso coffee. Down here we have a mini bar with drinks, and then over here we've got some booze and snacks, glasses and champagne glasses, more snacks, coffee service, things like that. Got a great work area, and sitting at the desk you have those amazing views of Tower Bridge and the Tower of London. I love when a room with a view like this comes with binoculars, so that you can see, so you can take advantage of the incredible view that you have. And the binoculars even have a guide here, which is kind of a visual map. So while you're looking out of the binoculars, which go in this case, while you're looking out of the binoculars, you have a map and you can see exactly what you're looking at. Down there in the Thames is HMS Belfast, which is a British warship that you can tour. We also have a view, I'll be honest, I don't know which direction we're looking here. Again, looking down towards Canary Wharf, but you can see more of the city and off into the distance of the English countryside outside of London. Again, we're on the 39th floor of Europe's tallest building, the Shard, which is a giant, almost triangular skyscraper here in the heart of London. Continuing on the tour.
much wiser since my goodbye to you. I've traveled the world to learn I must return from Russia with love. I've seen places and faces and smiled for a moment, but oh, you haunted me so. Still my tongue-tied young pride would not let my love for you show. In case you'd say no, from Russia I flew, and then I suddenly knew you care again. My running around is through. I fly to you from Russia with love.
by the road saying 57 miles to London, it doesn't just mean to London-ish. It just doesn't mean to Trafalgar Square-ish. It means the statue of that man on the horse on the far side of the square. Can you see past the lion? You can see the arse of a horse. That arse is the very point to which all businesses in this country are measured. This is one of the largest squares in London. It is the third largest square in London actually, and it gets its name Trafalgar Square after a very famous battle that was fought in the year 1805 between the English on one side and guess who on the other? The French on the other, the French themselves. Actually it was the French and the Spanish under the command of Napoleon. I'm sure you've heard of that. Rather distasteful gentleman. Napoleon. Trafalgar, the Battle of Trafalgar, October the 21st, 1805, was a very, very important battle in this country's history. Why? Because this was the battle that ended Napoleon's hopes of ever invading this country. It didn't banish him off altogether, but what it did do was end his domination of the high seas. Does anyone know the battle that finished him off once and for all? 10 years later. Battle of Waterloo, fought in June 1815. Battle of Trafalgar was just as important. It finished off the domination of Napoleon at sea. It ended his hopes of ever invading this country. And it's after the Battle of Trafalgar that this square is named. Now, the English were heavily outnumbered by the French and the Spanish by something like 2 ships to 1. On paper, there was no way that the English could win the battle. But the English did win the battle, and the reason that we won the battle is in no small part down to the man whose statue you can see at the top of that very tall column, right in the middle of the square. That column is called Nelson's Column, and the man who stands on top of that column, facing south towards the town of Portsmouth, where his ship sailed from, is Nelson himself, Lord Admiral Horatio Nelson, one of the greatest sailors this country ever produced. Now, Nelson, tragically, was assassinated, killed by a French sniper at the Battle of Trafalgar. In spite of warnings of French snipers everywhere, and a command from his senior officers that he should stay in his bunk, he walked up and down the ship, his own ship, the Victory, in full military costume. He was a sitting target for the French snipers. He was shot in the shoulder. In fact, the bullet that killed Nelson, you will be able to see tomorrow when we visit Windsor Castle. Now here's a story for you. Nelson was killed at the Battle of Trafalgar, which is on the south coast of Spain. Now in those days, if you were killed at sea and you were a naval leader, the traditional form of burial would be that you would be wrapped up in your country's flag, weighted down and thrown overboard. You'd be given what was known as a watery grave. However, Nelson was by this point in his career a national hero. On the officers on board his ship, the senior officers realised that the people of England would want to pay their respects before he was buried. So he was not given a watery grave. He was brought back to England, brought back to London by ship. Okay? Now, Trafalgar is about 1,000 miles away from London, south coast of Spain. 200 years ago, there were no aircraft, there were no trains, there weren't even cars to get his body back to England. So the only way they could get Nelson's dead body back to London was the same way he got out there, by ship. It took 6 weeks. 6 weeks to get a decomposing body back from the south of Spain to St. Paul's Cathedral, where he's buried, and we'll see where he's buried tomorrow on our city shore. Now, what's the problem with getting a dead body back? 6 weeks on a boat back to London. He starts to rot, right? He starts to decompose. So this is what they did. They pickled Lord Admiral Horatio Nelson in a barrel of French cognac that the victorious English soldiers captured from the losing French, humiliated, dejected, in despair, so they were, at losing the battle. We also pilfered their cognac. and into one of those barrels of cognac, the dead body of Nelson was stored while it was sailed back to England. Having spent 6 weeks in that barrel of cognac, his body was unloaded, and in a funeral service that lasted over 4 hours in St Paul's Cathedral, he was finally laid to rest.
Something goes wrong, like that's not part of the show. The point for me is that genuinely live right here, I'm probably really bad. That lady over there's me thinking there were 700 people here who I might have got it. We'll try it again, don't worry, I can take it. Tragically, if he falls off, I would be very badly injured. Spontaneous sympathy, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that magical? Guys, you've been lovely. Thank you very much. We genuinely love the audience. I do not say that to every one of them. Guys, you've been amazing. Please keep it there. Let's confirm only when I say go. Everybody else, the biggest thing you will do will be join in on that 10-second countdown at the end. I shout to 10, you join in at 9 and make it really loud. Okay, I can't put it on any longer. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, final word. My name is Mikey.
Should take a look at yourself and you make that dream. Yeah, oh, na 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 na. Yeah, I'm starting with a man in the mirror. I'm still changing the world. Ooh, it's should take a look at yourself and you make that dream. take my eyes off of you. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, through all a lonely night. I love you, baby, trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby, let me love you. You're just too good to be true.
Holy, holy, he said, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you've got to be free. Come together right now over me, over me, over me.
라면 끓이시라면
Something you want to? Yeah.
I went up there.
Then we can go down. Let's go down.
She's beautiful,
Dal livello
yeah, I know, how they actually get on. Oh, you are
Don't you know life is a candle in the wind? Don't blow away. Out again. Don't you know dreams can be satisfied within? You know it. Time to show it. Don't be afraid to put your candle in. Life's only made when you put yourself on the stage. Don't be afraid to put your candle in the wind. Time to put your candle in the wind.
lying alone with the thought of you not knowing what those days meant when we met. Please turn your day to an open book that's never the last. Don't walk in the clouds. Don't be afraid to put your candle in the wind. Life's only made when you put yourself on stage. Don't be afraid to put your candle in the wind. Don't put your candle in the wind. Candle in the wind.